there, New Age fans. And those who are just discovering me. Anyway, welcome back to another episode. This is exactly where we left off. We were just about to talk to Hadrian. And then I guess we're going to go address the
workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come.
I'm more interested in what this has to do with addressing the cabinet. Doesn't sound like they succeeded in securing that legacy. This Victus must have been an impressive... We already know who he was. If you followed the orientation, all this was covered. You're a clone of a man? How's that work? Are there others from your program still out there? Other clones?
A non-trivial amount of gene editing. Clone, honestly, isn't even really the right term for our relationship, thanks to the amount of donor material that was required to bring me into this world. He and I are different on more than a few levels, but there's no denying the fact we're inextricably linked.
Okay, there's another question I want you to answer. Are there others from your program still out there? Other clones?
I'm the last. A few of my siblings, they passed when we were young. Training accidents and the like. But most of the rest were deployed to the front lines during the Colony War, and they never came back. Not a day goes by where I don't think about what the world would look like with them still in it.
Okay, so... Do I really want to know more about Ve Victus? I'm going to find out quite a bit in a little while anyway. Doesn't sound like they succeeded in securing that legacy. I'm more interested in what this has to do with us addressing the cabinet.
I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
Well, thank you. You're not your father if the cabinet doesn't see that. It's their problem, not yours.
I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already.
I certainly understand what a burden unwanted family legacy can be at times. Good or bad.
They do find a way of injecting themselves into your lives, don't they? Just our lot, I suppose. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here.
It all depends on my answer, doesn't it? Your eyes, they're red. Is that a result of the cloning process? Yeah.
That's actually a
Sam's
souvenir
question.
from my time on Mars. The Red Devils unit I was a part of, they were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines. Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything. The human eye included. Where the name Red Devils came from in the first place. It became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the Devils had to do a stint in the mines before they could join up. The Devils were always talked about in such revered tones during my training, so as soon as I was old enough, I signed up. And the eyes were my parting gift.
Okay, I don't have any more questions, no.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue.
Okay, Sam, if you come in with me, you're going to
Here
shut
we
up.
go.
Ah, Captain. Congratulations on joining the ranks of the Vanguard.
Are you coming, Sam? They won't start until I actually get there, so... Where are you? There you are. Keep your mouth shut.
Welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Thanks. I sure would like to say that, but it's not me. It's the other character. Thanks. Don't keep my ship fueled, ma'am. I'm trying to be a bad guy, but I don't want to be a bad guy like an asshole bad guy. Just following orders. If we say that, Hadrian made it clear that addressing this issue required the utmost urgency. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
Okay, we're still trying to figure out what we're facing. We can't make an informed decision without the data. We need archive data to stop a possible terramorph apocalypse. I'm just here to talk about what happened. Hadrian's the one with the grand plans. No, we can't do that. We'll pawn it off on her. Remind me what's kept in the archives. Nope. I don't need to know that. I'm just here to talk about what happened. Hadrian's the one with the grand plans. We're still trying to figure out what we're facing.
Compose your thoughts. You let us know when you're ready.
Make an informed decision without data.
That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into account the nature of the data you require.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic, and at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
It wiped out. It wiped out a colony that never saw it coming. That's pretty alarming. I don't know. I wonder what would happen if I try one of these ones. I will go with that. It wiped out a colony that never saw it coming. That's pretty alarming.
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Starborn. The archives are fated to be opened. Support our cause and do what you know is right.
I can't help but agree with the captain. Attempting to open the archives, it seems like the right way forward.
It does, doesn't it? All right. I withdraw my objection. Let us trust fate. We were all lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to... What was that?
Attention. Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Holy, we need to move.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
Come on, Sam, let's go.
You! The EM rifle, grab it! Now!
Stop! That's it! Now hit him with everything you've got!
Please! I can't stop!
I can't let you do this.
I'm making Easy. Time to dance.
It's behind.
Oh, now we're talking. I guess we scared him off at least.
I'm so...
Can't do anything till that thing is open, so...
Stop.
Let me go.
Why?
Somebody's not done. Which one is not done? That one's dead. Can't get on the train until it's done, so... He's dead.
We were just trying to get them help, but they slipped their restraints.
Thank God you got here when you did. I just wish it hadn't come to that.
Yeah, what the hell happened back there, Captain? There's no excuse for using lethal force here. Or you could have used the EM gun like you were ordered. These are lives you're playing with here, so get your head in the game. Understand? Now, officer, the way those people were acting, I've seen this.
I don't know. We'd tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down.
Pheromonic projection. It affects everyone. You kill the morph? Let's do it.
That's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
Yeah, this is a waste of time. I don't know what the problem is, but... Oh, the one guy died.
You heard that, right?
My God, no time to waste, Captain! Boots in the dirt!
An evacuation order has been issued for the spaceport district. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
You might back up. Don't just stand there. Good.
Get out of the way.
There's one right there! Kill it!
Sam, what are you waiting on? I moved out of the way so you wouldn't have any problems attacking the thing.
Put down your weapon. We just want to be friends.
Well, there you go. One terramorph done.
You them? Our experts? We've got the remaining crew. Just locked down on the landing pad. Barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before, huh? Well, we've got one fire team.
Welcome back to the pride and joy of the UC. Hello, New Atlantis.
Any more, my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can. Those things. They turn my people against us. I can only spare the one fire team. Everyone else, I need holding this perimeter.
Heard you might be looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your 6.
You two have any experience with terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us. Roger that. We're on you.
I want you watching our backs. Let's go. Wow, these things are terrible. Look what they did to the poor ships. Let's deal with this one first.
There it is! Open fire! Fire, damn it!
Never fade.
That's what they're focusing on.
There's one right there! Kill it! Oh, injured. Get down!
Where are you?
I think that was the last of them.
Unfortunately not, there's another one.
Stay sharp, Captain.
Oh, come on.
Oh God! Here they come!
I wonder if there are others with that power out there somewhere.
That's what keeps me alive while he's hitting me every time he hits me.
All sides! They're all around us! Fall back! Fall back! It's here! It's here! Hide! Do it now!
Here they come. To end their living days at last.
Target
Thanks,
down.
Sam.
Nice work, Captain.
I wonder what Jacob would think of a crow helping to save New Atlantis. Damn if I'm not proud of it, though.
Fire Team Marine. Wow, what a mess.
Guess they weren't kidding about you two. Universe put the right people in the right place. Certainly doesn't feel like it. I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Let's go.
I could really bend your ear when you got a moment.
You picked the wrong times to do this, Sam. Where are we going? Yeah, we should be going completely the opposite direction. It would be amazing how fast they clean this up. I feel for all these poor people.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
Can't fast travel when it's like this. See, they clean up really fast. Where'd everybody go? Including the dead body. Come on, until you get near.
How the hell do terramorphs get into the city like that?
That's a relief to hear. Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are. I believe we have some things we should discuss.
Those creatures killed UC citizens. They're not killing anymore.
Captain? Hadrian? It would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology. Your concerns about the terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
I mean, you could wait around for a couple more terramorphs to show up before you really believe us. No?
No, you two were in the right. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed, first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
If you're sure it's the wisest course of action.
We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us?
You can count on me.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
You've got full backing to prevent more
Get stuffy
attacks.
sometimes.
Understand?
Yes.
When the
The
time's
things
right,
we do
I'd
here, the
appreciate
tech
a
we
chat.
develop,
I'm gonna go check
benefits
in
all
with
of
Chief
humanity.
Engineer Kulkar. Start getting a plan together for that data.
When you see security loses an officer, I make it my responsibility to call their family. I've got a lot of calls to make now.
These creatures can hit us in New Atlantis. Nowhere is safe.
Chief Yassine, these orders... A Vanguard captain. You... Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require.
Oh.
That must make you my Vanguard captain.
It sure
Welcome
does.
to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second-in-command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
Freestar Collective, where the UC keeps their secrets on how to kill Freestar citizens. I haven't tried that one because I find it very offensive, but I'm going to try it.
Last I checked, it takes 2 parties to fight a war. But, since you're such an expert, I'm sure you also know it's supposed to be managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Now, the UC's already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
You'd think they'd be clamoring to help after the spaceport attack.
I couldn't agree more. However, both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun?
She won't give me the credentials without doing this. And Sam's going to get pissed off about the fact that they've got bugs in
the good
Ambassador Radcliffe's home.
Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable.
Well then, hope she's doing a good job.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
I think you're underestimating how delightful I am.
Huh. Well, if that's the case, I'll wait to be pleasantly surprised.
But we do have one item up our sleeve. UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters. But getting caught trespassing is a quick... So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen. Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able...
What's all the info I need for the moment on Ambassador Radcliffe?
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise. And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Tell me about
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
That actually sounds pretty promising. I'm sure he can be reasoned with. House Varun are people just like us.
I wouldn't be so sure of that.
Of course. But there is another wrinkle. We're not 100% sure Balmore's actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting. Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice. I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there. Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
I've got some stuff on my mind.
That's why you talked to me through the wall. What's up, Sam?
Yeah, sorry if I'm a little out of it. Didn't get much sleep last night.
Okay.
Lillian and me, I tried talking with her and I lost my cool. Got a little heated. I know I woke Cora up.
On a small ship, everyone hears everything.
Well, that statement's gonna keep me up at night. Like everything? Just so you know, there's a long, proud tradition of singing in the shower. Ah, Lillian. She's an incredible woman. Truly. But it is always, and I mean always, about the job. When she bleeds, Freestar colors spill out. And back when I was a ranger, we were quite the team. I was too. It's one of the things that kept me going, longer than I probably should have. But one day, I was just... See, I tried to convince Lillian to leave it behind, come with me. She shot me down. Hard. Hurt my pride. More than a little. But she was probably right.
I feel bad for Cora.
Yeah. Separation ain't known to be kind on little ones. It's funny, our latest argument started because Lillian thinks I'm putting Cora in too much danger traveling with you. I mentioned the idea you had about maybe Cora staying with Lillian if things got too dangerous. Suddenly she was all excuses. She's always going on that she doesn't see Cora enough. And then I try to take her up on that and yeah, fireworks.
Separation sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, they should have t-shirts for it and everything. I mean, Lillian loves Cora to pieces. But Cora's been stood up a time or two by Lillian. Always for the best reasons. Last time I think Lillian got a medal for it. But at a certain point, Lillian's excuses don't matter. Poor Cora cried for a week. I don't want to put her through that again.
I'm sorry things are so complicated for you. I think Cora's better off with us. Nope. Tell Lillian give her a chance, but make her understand she has to follow through. Lillian's part of her life. It's not healthy to keep them apart.
You are just too damn wise for your own good. Well, something to think about. And for now, Lillian's going straight to voicemail, so everyone can sleep easy.
His next conversation is probably going to be even worse and distracting.
Yes? What?
I don't know. I don't need his 15%, his 5%. Which reminds me, I have a skill point. What am I going to do with it? You're all done, you're all done, you're all done. I would love to try this. But I don't think I'm... What are you? 490. I'm way out on that one. I'll be forever. Fitness. Nope. This is the one. Outpost management, and I'm 2 away. Build 6 cargo links, so you can stay put until I've done that.
My partner's had a nasty cold, so I've just been taking care of him.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
You should have more work. He hasn't even hired me.
They have mixers for expats at the embassy every now and then. Only place you can get some good old Aquila City beer.
I have yet to see Aquila City beer, Sam. Let's go,
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby, offices, or...
Always good to get back to Freestar soil, even if it is surrounded by New Atlantis.
Are you coming? Good.
Terramorphs? As in more than one? All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint.
She's obnoxious.
I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Cameron is her spy.
Are you supposed to be in here?
Official business?
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment?
You're a rude, obnoxious lady. I'm here today on behalf of the United Colonies, but I'm a member of the collective, just like you.
Ah, so you're the one they called about. Failed to mention you were collective-born. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, But now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right.
Samco, let him speak.
Ambassador, I can't emphasize how important this is.
And who might you... Oh, I recognize that face. You're a Co, aren't you? Didn't you run away to help that little explorers club?
Really? An explorers club? Ma'am, I've signed up to help my friend here, who's looking to stop a whole heap of needless pain and suffering. Imagine if this happened in Aquila City, or Neon. The results would be bad, or, let's be honest here, far, far worse. We owe it to our people to do something.
It's a disturbing thought, Mr. Co. And while it is my job to protect the people of the Collective, the way to do that, I believe, is clear. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time, and yours, and go?
Starborn, you know... you know what it is you want. Oversight. Monitors will observe all research. Now give me my code.
We'll oversee the research. Guess that takes the whole trust us component out of play, doesn't it? That does seem like a workable idea. Fine. You'll get what you want. Follow me.
Where do I follow her to? And you had this conversation out of doors? Shame on you, Sam. Now the ambassador's, Varun ambassador's going to be a different story.
They tell me it should only take a moment. And there.
Evangeline Radcliffe.
Here, I'll reach out to Deputy McIntyre. We'll coordinate the necessary oversights. Two unlikely allies, I guess.
House Varun. They're going to be a little bit more difficult. Do I have any weapons to sell? I need some ammo. Of course, I could just change guns. I don't want that gun in my inventory, though.
Sorry, but I need sign-off from the Interstellar Affairs office before I can set foot.
It should be interesting. One time, get your... And you brought it with you. Shame on you. House Varun Embassy. I wonder what would have happened if I got off on the first floor instead. Am I looking for? Varun,
I mean, is it supposed to look like this? With Varun, you just never know.
well, you gotta remember, it's been sitting like this for 20 years, with only one person in it. We could bust their computer and shut off all this crap, but it's not worth the hassle. And all this stuff that you can pick up in here is not stolen, so you can pick it up. So this is not a totally profitless exercise. You can profit from it.
Just gets weirder and weirder.
By the time we're done here, we'll be overstuffed. Sam, you're not doing your job.
Caveman. Guns are over.
Yeah, I believe so. There it is. Marine Scripture 6. And I must have picked it up before because it has no value. I'm not wasting my time with that. Oh, you finally got one, did you, Sam? Oh, my strength is already regenerated. What would you do anyway? Let's see what's in here. I don't expect we'll find any more rune scriptures, but don't hurt to look. Another broken robot. Still done. Sam, I gotta get you a better gun. Gotta get you a better gun. I know he thinks it's important, but he'll still be there no matter what. And I've never actually explored any of this, so what I'm looking for is Red Trench. There doesn't seem to be anything else here worth taking. Gotta go back out here. Where's my path gone? Down to the basement.
Don't need a gun to take you.
Yeah, we gotta get you a better gun, Sam.
We do what we must, right?
Gotta get you a better gun. Don't need guns anymore. This guy's harmless and he's friendly.
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
Oh, before I do that, Ambassador, I'm going to get paid. That's stealing. That too is stealing. That'd be stealing. We're not stealing.
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Eh? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack, then the embassy was struck with a power surge, and then silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly?
Everywhere in the city is better than it's shaped at this dump. Did you say that thing pouring out clouds upstairs is called a venom tree? Is it poisonous?
Harmless spores, you have my word, but hard to navigate. Hence why I was guiding you through the intercoms to restore the environmental controls. And release me. It is the sap of the tree that gives it its... well, perhaps not a topic for this exact moment. But I must know of the rest of the city. Does it still stand?
Is that what happened here, a power surge?
I take it you didn't have such an experience where you were, then, hmm? Yes, the entire embassy was thrown into lockdown, trapping me in my quarters, disabling the Venom Tree's filters, and arming the defenses. A disconcerting experience, to say the least. Was the rest of the city spared?
The spaceport is in rough shape, but not much else was damaged.
Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment.
He answers
you
his
were
own
sent by
questions.
the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door, hmm? And the broadcast spoke of terramorphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code. So the UC requires information, then. On terramorphs, presumably.
This guy's smart.
Do I see this all clearly?
You sure do. You sure do.
The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But
smart.
if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement.
No
For years,
problem.
House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
Can I borrow that as a quote? You have my word.
For whatever it's worth, Sam Coe here. You got my word too.
Well then, I shall not fear. Please, follow me. Let's hope it still works. And there. Let it be used for good.
Can I just sort of... Let's see. No, I can't do that. I should be able to do this. It's the wrong spot, but it's better than yeah. Much better. Saves me having to go through that jungle. We already got what we needed from there. Cabinet. Go see McIntyre, who's going to be a real pain.
Captain, you're back sooner than... Oh, wait. Did you actually succeed? With Radcliffe? And Balmore? We're all in agreement.
Code pieces for House Varun and Freestar collected and ready to be deployed.
That's incredible. I wasn't sure Radcliffe would ever get on board. I'm very much looking forward to getting the debrief on how precisely you managed to pull all this off, but that'll have to wait for another time. Regardless,
I don't like you either.
Superlative work, Captain. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
Pardon.
You're always late, Sam. You just move way too slow. I ain't waiting for you. You can catch another elevator. This is all filler, pretty much.
On the record? What response?
How on earth do you do that?
Got one more.
And after the UC Navy's defeat at the Battle of Cheyenne by the Freestar Collective's ragtag fleet, both sides decided the time had come to bring the colony war to an end.
It took forever to get anywhere.
Captain, we've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules. Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin.
You sound like Moscow.
You may proceed, Captain.
I'm gonna get you a better gun. One that actually has some killing power. I think we already have one, you know.
Captain, can I help you?
No, you cannot. Take your time, Sam. Just take your sweet old time. You're just so flippin' slow. You're gonna cost us money too, aren't you? Yeah, the outfits, well...
Okay.
I wonder if you'll manage with...
Captain, Deputy told me what went down. Impressive work.
Captain, if you'd be willing to transfer the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing what comes next.
Time for us to start getting some real answers, and figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready.
Major, you may take possession of the terramorph data.
Acknowledged and accepted, Captain. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Yeah, I know she's about to do...
The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
Sure, I'll follow you. You can go back to the ship.
You need something? Never a dull moment in your company. Take care.
Hey.
What? Oh, sorry, just terramorph attack. I'm lucky to still be here.
She's up to no good. She's up to no good. What is it with these people and the stars?
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies?
I'm
Good.
ready.
This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen?
I will.
Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation. We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property. Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the terramorphs. And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name. So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms?
Sure.
Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
Okay. So, just as an update, I picked up one...
Just one quiet day. That too much to ask for?
I picked up one... and one book at the Maroon Embassy. And I'm going to pick up 2 more by the time this episode's ended.
Logging authorized entry, unsealing access. You may proceed down the corridor.
This guy is such an idiot. Yeah, there's no suspense.
Welcome, Captain.
He's an idiot.
Please, come down and approach the intercom. You and I should chat. President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments you've managed. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, lurking in the shadows. You're going to need all the help you can get, which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am?
A guy who couldn't afford a place with a view, clearly. Given the amount of security, I'd say someone plenty important and or dangerous. I'll go with that one.
No, I suppose not.
I don't like you.
Francois Senon, but most know me as Vivictus. I was an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. I was to be executed for my crimes.
You should have been.
But the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here. A sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the colonies.
You're full of what makes the grass grow green in Texas. Definitely one of the chattier ghosts I've met, except about what you actually want.
I want to help you, and my progeny Hadrian, prevent more attacks. Though I am curious, has she shared with you the nature of our little family? Won't even indulge an old man's curiosities. So be it. After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the Colony War. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need something dealt with.
Go on.
There is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald Orlaise. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colony's more problematic lines of research. Mech weapons were his specialty. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the Colony War ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him, however you're able. I'm not expecting he'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know.
What happened to this one? I'd hand this one over to the members of the recovery team. Well, I already know the answer to that. It's because you're a crook and a jackass. How do I know you're not about asking me to kill an innocent man? How about I arrest him and turn him over to the UC?
You can certainly try, but the man's been out there 20 years. He's likely gone feral by now.
I know.
Easier for all if you simply blow up his ship and be done with it.
I'm not killing anyone.
If that's what you're required to sleep at night, so be it. According to my information, he's been hiding around the world of Etheria. Wolf system. There's a star station in the vicinity. The Den. The head of the local Vanguard, one Captain Marquez, should be able to help you find our man.
Okay. We're not talking to Deputy McIntyre because she's an idiot.
Identity verified. You may proceed to the exit.
I can tell you that we gotta trade ships because I can tell you that he won't come quietly. I boarded his ship and he killed himself. So, and there's nothing on his ship that we'll go talk to her just for the hell of it, so that the options taken care of.
We're hiring, if you're interested. Asking the security.
Hey, good to see you.
What, you've been here all this time?
Did your meeting go well? Captain, please, keep your voice down. The situation with the prisoner is a complex one. A holdover from a different era. But it's a situation we've been managing as discreetly and humanely as we can for some time now. And the most critical part of that management is making sure no one else learns of it. Do I make myself clear?
Oh, you made yourself clear.
Good. Because bringing this up to the outside world would create the unfair appearance, Captain, that you're unhinged.
Really?
And that's not a good look for any of us. Now, was there something in particular you needed to discuss about what we were just discussing? Dr. Reginald Orlaise? He's finally found him.
I'm sorry, I forgot to read it.
Of course, killing Orlaise is completely out of the question. But bringing him to justice... He's been on the lam for years. That'd be a huge win for the UC. What's being offered in return?
The location of Hadrian's old research team members.
Really? He found the members of the research team. We'd already initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot of time and manpower if he just gave us that information. Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just so long as you make every effort to bring the man in alive. Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss regarding your meeting?
No.
Then I'll bid you good day, Captain. And remind you of the importance of discretion.
Where are you, Sam? Let's get going.
I don't know about you, but a fella could do a lot. Now, you know me. I'm always up for the next adventure.
Good, let's go. Yeah, as I said, I tried bringing him in. Doesn't work. We gotta change the ship, so we can't just go to this. Well, actually, I know where we could change the ship, so we'll do that instead. Where is it? It's right here. And we can do some other stuff. How much time have we got? Yeah, lots of time. 92, 18 minutes.
This place.
No.
It's a little boring.
It's what? How dare you? How dare you? Oh, I know what we forgot. We needed, well, we should just stick to why we came here, shouldn't we? We can always come back. Reason we came here was... I just wasted the whole thing. Yeah, I know. I have yet to learn how to properly maneuver that thing. I either modify the ship so it has better engines. And I don't think I can buy those engines here. Right? It's the guns that are the problem. Can't take you, you're useless. Could take you, but you don't have enough cargo space. And you don't have the ability to jump. You, on the other hand, do, except you don't have a proper shield. Yeah. And you don't have enough cargo space. Yeah, you need 1,500 something cargo space. You don't have enough cargo space. But you have the guns. What is that for? I want to sell this ship. I don't want to, I want to sell the ship. So I'm not going to modify it. So we have to modify this one. Which means the guns. It's not the guns. It's the fact that it doesn't maneuver very well. It just does not maneuver very well. The problem is that the engines you require. Actually, if we went and bought one engine, which we could afford, we have no money to afford one. That's $60,000. That let's see. And engines. Is it Stroud that makes them? I don't think so. It's not Stroud. It's not Stroud. We're wasting time. This can be done off camera. Habs. I'm sure it's a hab item. No, we gotta go to Nova Galactica. We should have bought them when we were there. I think we'll do that first. We should have bought them when we were there. And I need to sleep. Need to get some sleep. We're not going to. If you go up and there's one there that wants to fight you, the ship is just dead. We go from point to point. We go from point to point. Yeah. Should have bought them when we were there. It's the only place you can get them.
Anything I can help you with? Got anything you need to offload? Trade? Okay, no problem.
He doesn't have enough money either. But he doesn't save money. Whereas, it's either structural. I was almost sure it was structural. Nova bracer, Nova top porthole, Nova horizon weapon mount. We have one of those already, I think. If you don't have it, you can't copy it. You can't on your own port. You have to have it on a ship, preferably the ship you're meddling with. It's not cargo. Dockers, engines. All of these engines are available. All of them are available. This takes up 4 spots, so that's 8 if you were to use this. And again, that's available, so that's not it. Fuel tanks, not it. Grav drives, Habs. There it is right there. Nova. That's what we want. We only need 1, so really. However, that's not the intent, but at the moment, that has to do. 1207, you're still good to go, and you spent $1,600. Let's see how much. Yeah, we have quite a bit. I'm going to sell that particular coffee mug. If I'm drinking from this mug, then walk away. Oh, buy the Digipick back. I can't sell. Oh, my duck isn't here. Or maybe it is. I'll buy it back if I have to. Because I probably missed it. There's 147 items in here. What did I just sell for $104? I should have stopped. Buy back. Where's my duck? Wrong coffee mug. There's 11 of them. Duck. Did you pick? Where's my duck? I must have sold it already. You don't have the money. We don't fight aliens. We don't do melee stuff. Not really. Not ever. Oh, good. Now we got our money. We are going to... Well, I said we would have 3 of those skill booklets. It's more like 5. Well, hold on. Let's see how much time we have. We have 14 minutes. So...
Back.
We might only get one, the one that we got from the House Rune Embassy. I miscalculated on the time. Europa. No. Is it Narian? Yeah, it is, because there the 2 star stations. One of these is the clinic. Yeah. There are 2 skill booklets here. If I can access them both, I will pick them up. If I cannot, I will not.
Seals are good, air pressure good. Hey, we're docked.
Oh, there's no meeting today. Okay. That's not what I saw, though. Okay. I'll just go check it because I'm sure there was a meeting at 9 o'clock today.
Ma'am, I'm just a courier.
I understand.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
Sam, wait here.
Man, the galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same place. If you're sure you don't need backup.
No, I don't. I'm about to do something that I don't want you to see to begin with.
People joke, say those Varun zealots worship a snake. But let me tell you, it ain't a snake. It's some kind of celestial being. They call it the Great Serpent. Is it real? Hell if I know. They think it is.
Oh, he's here.
I'm afraid I lack the time for purely social interactions.
He's going to make it difficult, isn't he? Well, let's see. It's in his safe, but if I try to open his safe, he's sitting there. It's going to cause a problem.
Unless this is about the clinical trials I scheduled for later in the year, you may wish to speak to someone else.
No one's gonna believe me if I tell them you can do that.
He doesn't have anything I can. He doesn't have it. It's not there. And he's looking right at me.
There's simply too much to do to allow me to just stand about conversing with you. I apologize.
I should have saved this one before I started doing this, you know. And it's not here either. Okay. So I actually have to have reason to because I can't. I need a key, and I can only get that
I'm
key
up for
from
a
him.
little adventure. I was tired of waiting around anyway.
I can only get that key from him, and I tried. Unlock requires key. He doesn't have the key yet because I haven't got the reason to be here. But since I'm here, I will pick up Constellation Guide 04. And
I hate this delivery.
it was Crick's on for the other one. So I got 2 so far. Let's go get the other one. Well, I got 2 so far. So there's 2 skill books in this episode.
We're unlatched, free and clear.
Now we got to remember the reason we came here. The reason we came here was engine. That's what we need. We need the engine, and we can only buy it here. After we buy it here, it'll become available to us at our spaceport. Get this
All
engine
right.
here.
Let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
We're ready to take off, Captain.
No, you aren't. Because I'm not in the ship. Where's that weasel?
I'm Walter Stroud. And on behalf of Stroud and...
Havershaw's in the showroom if you're ready.
Don't tell Walter, but his star yard is pretty incredible. He's no empty suit. That's the God's honest truth.
A pleasure to meet you. Welcome to the premier star yard in the settled systems. We may be new, but I think you'll see why everyone's talking about us.
Thank you. Looks impressive.
So, what sort of ship are you looking for?
I'm not looking for a ship. I want to modify my ship.
Absolutely.
Engines. Why are we on this particular, it's very simple. In fact, it is extremely simple. It's so simple it's not funny. Thing is, that makes you too wide, doesn't it? Makes you way too wide. I'm sure that you will not go there. It's just temporary. What's the warning this time? Mobility 40. I'm not giving 40. Oh, I can sell that other ship here. He's got 160 grand. He's got 160 grand. So I can sell that other ship here. I should have sold it before I did this. He now has 200 grand.
If you need anything, just ask.
Let's see your ships.
Let's get you a new ship.
No, we don't want a new ship. We want to sell this one for 88,508 bucks. Credits. Why? Because it's too confusing to get around in it. Got some really nice stuff on it, but way too confusing to get around in it. That's really what it boils down to. I'm not selling you.
Stroud Eklund may be new, but it has allowed us to learn from the others.
Now, do I be lazy? No, I'm not giving you any more money.
Feel free to come back anytime.
You can't do that because it's docked.
All green on release. We're free to fly.
Let's go see. Are we? Well, we're almost running out of time, but we'll go a little over. Why? Because I want to see what
Got some new orders for me?
Okay, so sleep for a couple hours to begin with.
The mighty hero awakens. Let's go.
You look well today.
Thank you. This is closed. We need to go up. I think. Is it here? Or is it one more? That's one more. This is the pharmacy. And this is the captain's quarters. Yeah. I didn't intend for you to be so high up, though.
Mind if I take the long way?
You can take us along any way you want. I'm not telling you what to do. Okay.
Yeah.
I need to move things around, but that's neither here nor there. All this prep to become a pirate. All this prep to become a pirate. Temperate. Rock. No fauna, no flora. Wasn't the best place to set up shop, by the way, but... Okay.
Board's all green. Successful jump.
And this is where we're going to call it quits. Yep. Get inside and out of the rain. Out of the rain. Yeah, this is where we're going to call it quits. We have no pigment. So, we'll stop her here and pick her up at the same spot in the next episode. Thank you all very much for watching. It's been fun. I enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoyed it half as much as I did. In the next one, we'll continue on and pick up some more skill booklets as well. So I know the description didn't say anything about picking up skill booklets on the last one. I'll add it back this time because we picked up 2 skill booklets. We should have actually picked up, well, I didn't remember the one in the Varun embassy. We should have picked up, well, anyway, I'll cover that in the next one when we start up. No, yeah, I'll cover it in the next one. So we got the one from the hospital. There's still another one in the hospital. Thanks for watching. Thanks again. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps, all of which. I mean, I have like 300 and something videos, and I think I have like 30 comments total. That's like 10%. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, thanks again. If it sounds like I'm complaining, I'm not. I'm thankful for everything. Y'all have a great day and see you in the next one.